Hello, I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television, inviting you to learn more about an upcoming school board election. The school board election and a levy vote for Missoula County Public Schools has been in the mail. The ballots were sent out Wednesday, April 17th. This is what it looks like. So if you would like to participate in this local election, you haven't received a ballot, please raise a concern by calling the district at 406-258-2400. Well, in the studio with me is Christina Eblen. Welcome. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story.
It's wonderful. I have made 6 questions as I showed all the candidates. There are 4 candidates for 2 seats, dear viewer. And we'll just start. I'll ask you these questions. They were designed to be open-ended enough so you could say what you want to say about your campaign and what you'd like to do should you have the privilege of serving on the school board. So the first question is, what inspired you to run for office?
Well, first of all, let me start out by saying I also go by Tina.
Okay.
So if you're looking for me online, I also have my Facebook under Tina Eblen. But what inspired me to run for office was really, first of all, my kids. I have 3 kids. One goes to MSU and is graduating, but I have 2 kids that are in middle school. And to show them that I can be someone who can make change. And that's very important for me, to be that role model for them. Second of all, I joined a training institute called Parent Leadership Training Institute, and it is funded by and run by the United Way. And what is really cool about this group of people who were selected to be part of this training institute is they teach parents how to be advocates. And even though I've done some advocacy work previously, this was an opportunity to hone my skills and then meet other parents who were like-minded. And I started this training and then happened to run into a school board member who I had known previously. And I had just shared with her that I just really want to be that change. To make change, I have to be that change. And she said, gosh, that's really great. I'm really excited for you to be in this training institute. And then a couple days later, she sent me a message that said, hey, have you thought about running for the MCPS school board? Yes. And I said, no, I actually hadn't. And she said, well, I'd love to talk to you about it. So before I met with her, I talked to my family and I said, what do you think this would be like? And they said to me, we support you wholeheartedly. So talked to her and went, you know what, this is an avenue I can go down, and I would love to be a part of the school board so I can share my expertise and knowledge and things that I can bring to the school board that isn't currently there. And so I filed that day.
Oh, there you go. All right, so the second question is, describe how you see Missoula County Public Schools. Like, what do you like about it, and what would you like to improve?
What I love about the schools is the teachers. My kiddos have great teachget that really care about them. Whenever there's something going on, I get an email. If they have any concerns, I get an email or a phone call. They reach out to me. Also, whenever I've had something with my kids, I can reach out to them and set up a meeting with administration or any of the teachers. So I think the teachers are the real strength in Missoula County Public Schools. And then what I would love to see improved is safety. So my kids go to the same school this year, and they're in different grades. However, when they've gone through safety drills, they have different instructions, which it should be the same throughout. And plus, after you have a drill or an exercise or real life event that has happened where there's been lockdowns and things like that in the school, that they debrief afterwards. Because what we know is that when children are scared, their brain doesn't work properly. So after things like that happen, they need some time to talk about it. And that would be something that I think is very valuable for kids, and also for the staff, to feel safe in the schools, because they're there all day.
Gotcha. Now, if you were elected to a school board seat, what do you think you would like most about the job? And of course, what do you think you'd like least about that job?
What I would like most about it is being a part of a group of people who have this amazing wealth of knowledge, so I can learn. I like to listen. I am very much a listener to begin with, and then once I have something to contribute, I do contribute. But being part of the board also invites parents to come and talk to me. So to be a bigger part of my community and be that liaison for parents, to me is the exciting piece of being part of the school board, and knowing that I can bring some of my experience to the school board as well and share that to improve our schools, to help our kids. So that is the exciting part for me, is being that liaison between parents and the school board. What I wouldn't like,
Right.
what is the difficult part, is trying to make those decisions that are really difficult, and having people understand how much work goes into a school board, and how much time and energy and how much thoughtfulness and discussions happen. If you haven't been to a school board meeting, I would definitely encourage people to go to school board meetings, because the amount of things that the school board has to go through, their agendas are big, and there's a lot of discussion, and this group of people really care about our community and our kids. So I think the hardest part would be people not understanding how hard it is to be on the board.
Gotcha. Now, this question we felt like, I lifted the questions from City Council, but you could modify it however you want. Like, a lot of people have said, well, I haven't campaigned that much to be on the school board, but that's the question, and it might just reflect somewhat with how you, came to the decision, but here it is. What have you learned about Missoula while campaigning?
So I haven't campaigned for anything before.
Right.
So this is all new to me. And what I have found is people have so many different avenues to find you. I have a LinkedIn account, which I had not touched for years.
Oh yeah, they say 7 people are awaiting and so on, and I forget the password or feel guilty about whoever's waiting.
Yeah, and
so LinkedIn, you've had communication.
Oh, it has increased. I think it said like 10,000%.
Oh my gosh.
So I went from having maybe one communication per year to having hundreds of people look me up on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So campaigning in Missoula has been interesting. I am talking to people word of mouth, and just trying to get the word out that this is the experience I bring. And I've actually had people contact me through my work, because I work at the Montana Safe School Center.
Oh.
And so people have emailed me through that, looked at the website, also asked me about other candidates. So so thankful that there are the interviews out there. So I have pointed them in that direction so they can see all the candidates, so they can make.
That's right, that you're joining today.
Yes. So yeah, unfortunately I was doing training with educators across the state, and
I didn't know that. That's an interesting background. So it's the Montana Safe
School Center. Yes. So we provide training and technical assistance. So I'm the training and technical assistance specialist, and we go out and train on on, it's over 25 different topics that we train on, but all things around school safety. So whether it's brain development and understanding how stress impacts brain development, all the way through to like threat assessment. So if there's any type of threat that comes into the school, how do schools handle that? But we travel all over the state, and unfortunately right now is our conference season, so
Sure.
we're out trying to help educators gain the insight of what school safety is about.
Gotcha. And when you think of Missoula and how it relates to the school board, could you describe how you see some of Missoula's strengths and weaknesses?
I love Missoula. I went to school here, attended the university. I also attended the university in Bozeman, Montana State University, but ultimately, I guess, as they would say, found the light and found University of Montana. And I remember moving here as a college student and really loving this town. But what I love about Missoula is this sense of community. Like, we take care of each other, and very inclusive and wanting people to feel like they are a part of Missoula. And that is one of my favorite things. And the amount of music, live music there is, and arts and activities, it's a very family-friendly town. So, which is really great to bring people in. But then the weakness, I think, especially with so many people moving into Missoula, is the cost of housing and the cost of services like childcare services, and families struggling with that and seeing the bigger divide in socioeconomic status, where we want everybody to have equal footing. And so how do we do that as a community, bring everybody to the table equally? So that would be a weakness I see in Missoula.
Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. Well, I want to go back to some of the things my mom taught me. So my mom is from a small island off the coast of Madagascar called Mauritius.
Oh, yes.
And she met my father in England, and he was in the Air Force. So ended up being stationed in Great Falls, Montana. So I've
there
grown
you
up
go.
in Great Falls since I was 5.
The Electric City.
Yes, yes.
The windy one, too.
Windy city, yes. But I grew up in Montana, and my mom, who came from this little island and got her education in England and then moved here and had to start all over again.
Sure.
She always taught me that no one can take away your education, and education is the key to success. And that is something that I've always held close to me and teach my children as well. And again, she taught me, if I want to see change, I have to be that change. So kudos to my mom for installing
What a journey.
that great value for me. So.
Well, Tina, thank you so much for taking the time to be on this short program. And thank you, dear viewer, for taking the time to learn about the school board and Missoula County Public School levy election. This is an all mail-in ballot. So please, if you haven't received a ballot and you would like to participate, contact the district, 406-258-2400. For MCAT, I'm Joel Baird. Thanks for watching.